Hello, this is Gttv News Bulletin at 9 p.m. in our studios, broadcasting live in Kanifing with me, Aisa Tukuli. Our top stories this evening. Mankamankunda New Hospital Center has been named after President Barrow's mother, Ajaju Majalo. Dr. Aissatou Toure, former vice president, has renewed stance against the female genital mutilation with a call on lawmakers to discard a bill seeking to legalize the practice. The Gambia's new senior football team coach has signed 2 years contract as he takes charge of the team. These and many more stories coming shortly after this commercial break. Stay tuned for more details. Welcome back. In case you are tuning in, this is Gttv News Bulletin, and I am your presenter, Aisa Tukuli. President Barrow's home village, New Health Center, has been named after his mother, Ajaju Majalo. The multi-million-dollar health facility is expected to provide healthcare service coverage to the village and its surroundings. I was among a group of journalists who were with the president's 10-day touring delegates, and here is my report. As part of his government's administration's plan in promoting and transforming the health sector across the country, President Adama Barrow on Monday, 20th of May 2024, inaugurated the first ever health center in his home village of Sare Manka, commonly known as Mankamankunda, in Jimala constituency, Upper River region, as he continues his 10-day industrial tour in the country. The theme of the inaugural ceremony is high quality and equitable essential health services for all towards universal health coverage. The health center is fully equipped with modern health facilities to enhance safe delivery and maternal health, while also working towards reducing maternal and child mortality rates in the Gambia. Named after his mom Ajaju Majalo for her sacrifice and hard work at a tune of about $45 million. The latest development brought by the Barrow government to Gambians is the establishment of a well-furnished health care facility in Mankamankunda in Jimala constituency. Speaking at the opening ceremony, the Alcalde of Mankamankunda and the Lady Councillor, Ajay Jarai Jagana, expressed delight to the president, adding that the hospital will address the challenges they are facing as a community. The National Assembly member for Jimara constituency, Honorable Esa Conte, also thanked the president for his foresight initiative, urging the people of Jimara to continue supporting the Barrow government for more development. Amadou Lamin Samate, the Minister for Health, thanked the president and the people of Mankamankunda for their support, saying these and 6 other health centers inaugurated by the president is to address challenges faced by Gambians in health centers, while urging them to make good use of the hospital. For his part, President Barrow said,
Dr. Samate, Minister of Health.
Dr. Samate, Minister of Health.
Ngal teddungal gongal ngal bangi be gokki nene am hande
buyambe aliyati mawala bi
woni hunde na gandanɗa mi wawta ɗum yejjidde
omu kuleti deñina nola wala bi
kono nden weltare
bare o sewa bi
e inde nene am
baba to yala
e inde family o
anino family to yala
do wiya ministre Dr. Samate
no ministre Dr. Samate
family o fo hawri
family o be benta
men coodi gay ɗiɗi nayi
ngar kula fulasan
men gokka ɗum Ministry of Health.
Reporting for GTV News, Aisa Tukuli. The Gambia's electrifying and stylish Afro-Manding rapper Nyancho and his band are set for a nationwide peace tour during the launch of his debut album titled Cairo. The Peace Tour conference is aimed to mend differences among artists and top businesses who are divided because of music. Fatmata Zahra Sise reports.
Speaking at a news conference, Dembo Jobate, known as Dijabs, emphasized on the importance of peace while outlining that they aim to target artists, musicians, and business people in their upcoming Peace Talk Conference, as his artist Nyancho is set to launch his double album in November 23rd, 2024.
By extension, this album will also have side attractions, just like what we did, during the police hall. And the side attraction will be that Kaira Kacha that we will mount, right? Make sure you capture all these things in your publication or your post. We will be having that Kaira Kacha ahead of the event and even after the event. Kaira Kacha with who? Those artists that have been in lockheads. Kaira Kacha with who? Those people that are great investors in this country, great business ladies and men. One would also ask, when are we going to launch this album? It is going to be 23rd of November at Gttv.
He also went on to heap praises on his artists whom had split with for over a year, following some misunderstandings.
Nyancho is a great catalyst of change. And then his track record, all of you would attest to the fact that Nyancho has never been involved in any beef or any problem with any artist in this country.
For his part, Nyancho revealed the reason for coming up with the albums, saying he believes artists have a great role to play in society in maintaining peace and stability. He assured the public with a peaceful message and unity in the albums, as he added that he is not only an artist, but also a nation builder. Fatmata Sise, reporting for Gttv News.
The Gambian leader on Tuesday presided over the launch of a funded resilience program aimed to enhance access to technical, innovation and entrepreneurial skills for Gambian youth, held at the Sadauda Kairaba International Conference Center on Tuesday. More on this report. In his government's quest in promoting and improving TVET education in the Gambia, President Adama Barrow presided over the launch of the Skills, Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fund at the Sadauda Kairaba International Conference Center on Tuesday. Through the collaborative efforts of Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs and the World Bank, united under the World Bank-funded Resilience, Inclusion, Skills, Equity, Rise project. The main objective of the initiative is to enhance access to technical, innovation and entrepreneurial skills, while improving the relevance and quality of TVET education in the country. Speaking at the ceremony, His Excellency President Adama Barrow described the launch of the project as a game changer, linked to the welfare of young people. And with the establishment of the initiative, the project is technically situated within his government's tertiary and higher education transformation, increasing skills acquisition, employability, and job creation among young Gambians.
Distinguished personalities, the establishment of the SIE Fund is technically situated within my government tertiary and higher education transformation agenda, as detailed out in the 2023-2027 Recovery Focused National Development Plan, YIRWA. It had the prospect of increasing skill acquisition, employability, and job creation among Gambian youths and women. The fund is also designed to consolidate the gains registered at the University of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology usage, which now offers various engineering programs.
He added that they are promoting multiple pathways for graduates from basic and secondary schools, as well as tertiary and higher education institutions, to access both technical and general education, unhindered, as the project seeks to address 3 TVET challenges that hovered around the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem.
With this in mind, we are promoting multiple pathways for graduates from basic and secondary schools, as well as tertiary and higher education institutions, to access both technical and general education unhindered. This new approach will address apprenticeship issues through recognition of prior learning for those without literacy and numeracy skills, but skillfully use their hands. Distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, the SIE Fund has been well thought through to address three big challenges that hover around the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem.
The Minister for Trade, who stepped in for the Minister for Finance, Babukar Usman Diouf, said the Ministry of Finance plays a critical role in the development of Gambian youth by evolving and equipping with the necessary resources and tools.
By involving in the development of our youth and equipping them with the tools and resources they need to succeed, we are building a solid foundation for a resilient and prosperous economy.
The Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Professor Per Gomez, and the representative of the World Bank, both underscores the importance of the SIE project.
That the youths of this country will be given an alternative, will be given hope to stay in their own backyards, get the right skill sets, but not only that, is supported so that they can take charge of their destiny by creating jobs.
Now, investing in the youth is not only our moral duty, it's strategic. It's a strategic priority of any country. By providing these young individuals with the education, skills, and opportunities that they need, we can actually significantly enhance the economic opportunity and economic growth with a more skilled and dynamic workforce for the future. So investing in the youth also promotes social stability by integrating these youth into the community and productive activities, thereby fostering a more cohesive society. So there's no doubt that this is a really important endeavor.
Reporting for Gttv News, I am Aissatou Tukuli. The former Vice President and women rights activist has renewed calls on the National Assembly members to throw out a proposed bill that seeks to repeal a bill that bans female genital mutilation. Dr. Aissatou Toure made the call while speaking to our reporter Lamin MCC at her office at Gttv. Let's listen to what she had to say.
We have heightened knowledge about the harm it does on the sexual and reproductive health rights of women. So this is what brought in the law. The law was not brought in by Gttv or individuals. It was as a result of awareness, knowledge, and consciousness raising. So seeing the effects, using different strategies that made people to say we have to put a law in this so that we protect the girl child and some children who are victims of this. Of course, having reached that level, we were able to have a law in place, and it is the responsibility of the law bearers, and that is the government, to ensure that this law remains and being strengthened to protect the innocent girl about FGM.
Now, the fallen State Guards commander, Colonel Abdullah Mboup, was on Tuesday laid to rest at the Yoswang Cemetery in a somber mood. The top army officer died on Saturday after a brief illness. The soldiers honored him with the traditional 21 gunshot salute before his remains were lowered into his grave. Let's have a look at the somber scene. Fire. May the general officer's soul rest in perfect peace. Now, Badibu Ilyasa Opa and Senior Secondary Schools have been inaugurated by President Adama Barrow during his recent industrial tour. The 12 new classroom blocks, which comprise of a computer lab, is part of the government's drive to ensure affordable education for every children in the country. More on this report. As part of his government's drive to improve school infrastructure across the country, President Adama Barrow presided over the inauguration of a newly constructed 12 new classroom block at Badibu Ilyasa Opa and Senior Secondary School with a computer lab in the North Bank region. Henrietta Sanko of MRC Holland Foundation gave a brief summary of the school.
Upper and senior here was inside the lower basic school. So it was very congested. So they had land, so building a new upper and senior school also decongest the lower basic inside the village. But they still need to get the electricity. The computers haven't arrived yet because there's no electricity.
The National Assembly member for Ilyasa and the headmaster of the school both expressed delight for having such a structure as students were struggling to attend classes. President Barrow extended heartfelt appreciation to the MRC Holland Foundation for their unwavering support towards the Gambia's education system and the incredible classrooms they constructed. Next was in Badibu Salikenya in central Badibu, where His Excellency President Adama Barrow also presided over the inauguration of the first ever newly constructed health center at a tune of over $41 million, named after Sheriff Mustapha Diba, a founding father in Gambian politics. Sheriff Mustapha Diba was a veteran Gambian politician. He was the first vice president from 1970 to 1972 and also served as the country's National Assembly Speaker from 2002 to 2006. He was also the leader of the National Convention Party. Sheikh Omar Diba, who spoke on behalf of the family, thanked the president for recognizing Sheriff Mustapha Diba, as he did a lot for the Gambia to attain independence, as he named the hospital after him for what he described as an honor. The National Assembly member for Central Badibu, Suleiman Saho, expressed gratitude to the Barrow government for building a well-standard hospital for the people of Salikenya and naming the hospital after the renowned Gambian veteran politician Sheriff Diba. Addressing the gathering, President Adama Barrow said the facility was part of efforts in the health sector as outlined in the National Development Plan (GDP) Yeruwa 2023 to 2027 as paramount and will serve communities within the catchment area.
To the people of Salikenya, Central Badibu, and the surrounding communities, your decades of aspiration for a health facility has finally come to fruition. This health center, which we proudly unveil today, is just one of the many initiatives my government spearheads nationwide.
This standard modern facility will ease the people of Salikenya and its surrounding to easily access health service after decades long of struggle. Reporting for Gttv from the North Bank region, I am Aisa Tukuli. New Gambian coach Jonathan McKinstry has spoken of his desire to tap on the success already achieved in Gambian football to insert his style and approach using both the present crop of players and new ones coming from the age categories. Speaking at his unveiling on Monday, the 38-year-old from Northern Ireland said there will be a little bit of evolution of style with the team, but the primary objective remains to go further and win matches. Here is an excerpt of his speech shortly after putting pen to paper at the Paradise Suites Hotel.
Encouraging to me as a coach and as a person, but also hugely motivating, is the collaborative nature of this appointment and coming together. And as a coach, when you see something like that, you see togetherness, you see unity, you see a shared vision. And especially in international football, the only way we can succeed is together. Closely, the government of the Gambia, how the National Sports Council, how the ministry, and how the Football Federation are coming together for the future success of football in this country gives me huge hope for not just the next 2 years together, but hopefully many years beyond that as well.
That does it for our local news. We will take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at news beyond our borders. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you've been reminded that you're still watching Gttv News. Now let's shift our focus on the international news. Now, former US President Donald Trump's historic hash money trial edged closer to its conclusion on Tuesday, as the prosecution and defense made their closing arguments to the court. In the defense final pitch, Mr. Trump's lead lawyer attacked Michael Cohen, his former fixer and the prosecution's star witness, as the greatest liar of all time. Prosecutors then launched into a lengthy rebuttal, portraying Cohen as a flawed tour guide to a mountain of evidence against Mr. Trump. Modula Minjop reports.
Will soon be asked to decide if the former president and presumptive Republican nominee for the November's election is guilty beyond reasonable doubt of falsifying business records. Over the past 6 weeks, Mr. Trump, 77, has sat through days of testimony regarding a hush money payment made before the 2016 election to Stormy Daniels, a former adult film star, in exchange for her silence over an alleged sexual encounter. Prosecutors with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office claimed Mr. Trump falsified business records on 34 counts when he reimbursed Cohen for the $130,000 equivalent to 102,000 euros payment and recorded it as legal fees. They have further claimed that he was motivated by an intent to unlawfully influence the 2016 election race. Over several hours on Tuesday, Mr. Trump's lawyer, Todd Blanche, argued passionately that Mr. Trump had no intention of either falsifying business records or committing election interference. He attacked the credibility of Cohen, who he called human embodiment of reasonable doubt. Mr. Blanche reminded jurors that Cohen had been jailed for lying under oath, that he had acknowledged stealing from his former employer, and that he now lived with an axe to grind against Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump swiveled in his chair and watched as his attorney rallied against the case, occasionally closing his eyes as he has often been seen to do. But the burden of proof in this case lies with the prosecution, who must convince jurors of Mr. Trump's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt to secure a conviction. Lead counsel for the prosecution, Joshua Steinglass, took a nearly 4-hour route through his closing argument, found at around 2000 local time at the behest of Justice Juan Mehan. At its core, the case against Mr. Trump is about a conspiracy and a cover-up, he said. Over 5 weeks, the prosecution has called a host of witnesses to corroborate dozens of documents and recordings surrounding the hush money payment to Ms. Daniels and the reimbursement to Cohen. Mr. Steinglass acknowledged the problems with some witnesses, including Kringworthy. Testimony from Ms. Daniels, as well as the considerable baggage of their star witness. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Modlamin Job.
Well, that does it for our news bulletin on Gttv this evening. But before we take a leave of you, here is our top stories once again. Mankamankunda New Hospital Center has been named after President Barrow's mother, Adja Juma Jallow. Dr. Aissatou Touré, former vice president, has renewed stance against the female genital mutilation with a call on lawmakers to discard a bill seeking to legalize the practice. The Gambia's new senior football team coach has signed 2 years contract as he takes charge of the team. Well, thank you for joining us. I have been your presenter in this program. From me, Aissatou Koli, and our production team. Have a blessed night. Thank you very much.